here I go again on my... Well, am I on my own ever? I don't even know, because if you think about it, since you're a community of about 50, 60 trillion cells, I would surmise, since the cell itself is alive and breathing, that you, my friend, are never alone. And I am never alone. So the song should have been, here I go again with my group, mulling through my thoughts that I never knew. Yeah, anyway. So I was just thinking about some things, and I thought about the dichotomy of life. And, you know, we've got a trained assassin squad, which is called the Bible believers, who always project war on other than what their approved opinion is. Now, then we also have a movie and film industry that makes the TV shows and also the movies in narratives that basically are set to engage, number one, a storyline. This storyline is this way, and we're going to crush whatever friggin' is in our way. Now, a lot of times it has to do with rape, murder, sex, blowing stuff up, fast cars, really, really hot women that are sluts, right? And it's true. Most men look for a slut. And again, definition of such, right? And truly all women and all men truly are towards that which they approve of, right? And that is by choice, and the word slut is truly not even a thought to even put to it. I mean, truly if someone's doing something because they want to, isn't it okay? And that's kind of funny, you know, a friend of mine, he told me, I kicked the shit out of this dude because he was fucking my old lady. And I thought to myself, so, this is a very unstable individual for a second, because he's thinking that a guy could voluntarily have sex with a woman without committing rape, without her consent. And again, that really is an issue, because obviously she consented, he did not rape her, and he was not her boyfriend at the time, because obviously she chose another person, and that is an issue of thought. And again, we create our own boundaries in life, we create our own destinies in life by voluntary thinking that we own people. By their consent. Oh, she's mine! Now, if he raped her, he deserved his ass kicked, and I don't understand why he would have gone out and drunk and done whatever he did, and why he was with another woman when he seen me. So, you know, it's okay. Today is the day of our amazing good fortune. So anyway, I was thinking about well, I've been thinking about a lot. First off, you know, I am a member of a self-help program that uses 12 steps. And the 12 steps consist of, you've got contrast, which is 1 through 9. It's going to be a look at the stuff that was keeping you bound to a process of life that you did not like. And then, through voluntarily self-cleaning each day and going over mistakes and stuff like that, and how and looking at what corrective measures you can take with the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Now, and that's through meditation and prayer. And prayer is asking, meditation is listening and being inspired and believing inspiration and going forth and giving up your life for another if necessary. No greater love has another man or woman ever express that they would give up their life that another should benefit. And that is always a blessing. And the universe absolutely loves that. Why? Because you are that. And because you are that, and they are just mirrors of self, then you're actively participating in what's called shadow work of sorts. And what happens when you come to the end of the shadow work? Well, you live in heaven, right? Because when you change the way you see the world you see changes. But it's not until then, and you can't continually live in a world of competition, because competition doesn't exist in the spirit. It's a community of working together, a community of listening, a community of sharing, a community that actually binds and works together. You know, strong families, strong husband, strong wife, they bring up strong children, right? And when you got strong men and strong women and they have a strong community, well, it makes a better city, a better town, you know. To work together is the truth that really is evading, because it brings too much unification, too much strength, and guess what? Therefore, if you're not constantly divided, they can't stop you. And that's the thing. Do you want change? Because change just comes by setting a goal on it and saying, you know what, I'm going to work towards this goal regardless. Why? Because I feel it's right. But if I learn more, I can change it anytime, modify. I'm not changing, I'm just modifying it and working directly to it and bringing with me the pieces that I put together. Right? There's two ways of making, well, there's three ways of making money, really. I mean, you can really look at it, you've got projected, a lot of people work for hourly wage, trade their time for money, and then you've got what you got at the end of the year. Then you've got some people that work for monthly amounts, right, or yearly amounts, or a thought amount, a dream amount. What's the dream amount? It's whatever comes from the dream that you're running. And that dream has to come from inside. It's got to be something that fills you and moves you and motivates you, because the law of action is the precipice, right? Because all is one. All is vibration, second law. Third law is a law of action, which is energy in motion. Energy in motion is started by the thoughts. See, it's not just physical movement. It's started by the thoughts, putting together everything you need to do. 99% of all the work is in the thinking. I've had my guru say it could be a bit more, 99.9. It's getting your mind set on what you want, right? And then once you've got 125% into it, it becomes what you live, what you breathe, and once you get into it, then it becomes your food, it becomes your energy, because you cannot do anything else, and you know what you're doing is right. That is the key. To look for anything else, well, worthless, honestly, because you're here today. There's no guarantee for tomorrow. You've got this. You have the moment now, because all of it changes. Now, I say there's no guarantee for tomorrow. You are energy. You are energy. Nothing but, and energy cannot be created or destroyed. You just move into different dimensions, and I don't know what I don't know, but whatever you start will always finish, because the words of the Lord do not fall in vain. And that's so important, because you are the Lord. You might be a little case, little L-O-R-D, but your word, and as you get stronger in that word and more belief, it becomes true. And whether you speak in life or you speak in death, right? And that comes from a committed mind being set up to think a particular way. Anyway, today is the day of my amazing good fortune, and it's yours too. And if you enjoy this video, I thank you for coming on board the Love Boat, which we are on the Love Boat. Apparently, we're on a rock that's floating through space doing 945 miles per second, right? Revolving around the sun at 745 miles per second. Can you believe that that could even be? I don't know. But it's one rock floating through space with like 8 billion people on it. And then you got 116 families through force, through training, run the planet. They're the ones that put the borders and stuff like that. And you know what? I think it's just the time. We just remove all the borders and start living in peace. And see what we can do together. Open up the gates to the patent office. Anything that's destructive for other people, we just remove it. And then allow the tools for advancement. We've got so many tools for advancement. This stuff here about money and everything being after money and competition. I gotta have more than you. Guys, it's like when we were kids. You got all the toys on one side of the room and one kid's dominating it. It's not fair. And it's the same thing here. But yes, I understand a lot of people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and I understand that they're getting the results of what they got. But there's a level field that we need to level out. I mean, we can't be spending trillions of dollars on to kill other people and to make them do what we want them to do. They're just trying to have some bargaining tool so that they can be more prosperous as a nation. And if we level out the nations of the world into a base, you know what? You get enough food, you get your rent and all that stuff. There's all paid, man. There's more space here on this planet than is needed to house every person. If you can fit all the people on the planet, and I've heard it said, and I don't know what I don't know. It's just what's been said, okay? But you could put all 8 billion people on the planet on the southern part of Texas, and you'd have 3 foot to spare per person, right? And that's pretty well. And then they say there's not enough water, so they're selling us water. Not enough clean water. Well, we gotta fuck the water up and out there, because otherwise we'll be drinking that shit. So they fuck the water up out there, right? Lily dumping into. You shouldn't be able to dump shit in there. Right? Especially since we already know that the human body, if someone's drinking unfiltered water, they're getting all of that medication, and it would drive people crazy. Neurologically speaking, it is forbidden to mess with another person's mind. And I see so many different areas where it's been deluged into NLP, training people to sustain off of a system they have to pay all the way through, at the benefit of others while they decrease. And that's really unheard of. I don't understand why. I think it's criminal. I don't know. Forcing another person is, you know, all forms of slavery, all that sex trafficking. We're knocking that shit out. It's gone. It's going. Everybody that's been part of it, they are facing trials right now, and they are being guilty. High treason against the United States or against the people of the planet. And it's high time that these things happen, and now we have to live as if. So living as if is dominating the whole frequency, because if we're not being what we truly want to be, you can't have it. You gotta have it. If you want to have it, you have to do it. You have to be it first. Be it, do it, and then you have it, because it's automatic. It's just a way of thinking. So anyway, blessings. If you feel the need to give us some support, I would greatly appreciate it. Global Peace Project. It's a money sign, Global Peace Project on Cash App right now. We're running -$10, so we'd like to be able to, at the point sometime in the future, to be able to just give money to people indiscriminately. And I know that there's teachings that fucks up the community, but I think having people with the needs met and then they can spend it. Really, the whole system's been made for people to spend stuff so that people can gain. And you know what? When someone's doing work on top of that, they're going to gain and they're going to move, excel so fast. I think every negative that has been in any system, especially in the monetary system, needs to be removed now. The whole reason for the system was to continue to lift up our people. And yeah, it slows us down a little bit, but not as slow as having all this shit around, right? We need to realize that trash is money, since we now have 3D printers. We have 3D printers that actually print using trash, and they make homes. My friend Milton, Milton Potter, he has a place down in New Orleans, Veterans Village, that he's actually building the homes making with this 3D printer that they feed trash into it. Trash is gold, friends, and there needs to be, since there is, it's straightforward. They just put it straight in the machine, right? And it transfers it and makes it into this acrylic base. As soon as we put a ransom on trash, we got the cleanest city, baby. Ransom on trash, because there is a ransom on trash in all many different forms. Some people think it's not enough, but guess what? It is something, and somebody will actually go and get it, and they're doing it, and we're paying for it. What the hell? They need to be paying us for it. But, you know, it is what it is. Again, Zeus out.